So we're 3 weeks into the season. If I have one major takeaway, everyone fucking stinks. There's just landmines. Every first, second, and third round of fantasy drafts are just nukes waiting to blow up your entire squad.
There isn't a single non-quarterback that hasn't had a bust week yet.
Really? What about Nick Chubb?
What about James Robinson?
Week 1 is kind of I guess you're right. I guess not bust week, but like.
But J-Rob was also, yeah. He wasn't a first 3-round pick. I'm just like the early rounds of our drafts. It was like Mark Andrews was a hit. Lamar Jackson's been a hit. If we're talking like super flex, it's literally just quarterbacks. And what about wide receivers? Cooper Kupp's been good.
Cooper Kupp's been nice.
Yeah.
This week though it wasn't great.
He scored a touchdown.
Points, I feel like AJ Brown's been pretty solid.
Nah,
Maybe not this week.
He didn't do great this week in terms of where he drafted him.
I mean, he had 17 points this week. It's pretty good.
17?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Is that real?
I'm saying he had a good week.
Yeah, 20.5, 9.5, 15.5.
Ah, shit. I thought this week it was all Devonta Smith.
No, he had a touchdown.
Regardless, though, even if AJ Brown's been great, but if you own him, like you feel like you definitely hit big on that pick. Like that was a good pick in the first
AJ Brown,
round.
I feel great. It's one of my favorite picks.
Yeah, he's like one of the only players that feel secure. Like the overall sentiment is just like the running backs this year are horrible, really bad. You know, I was just talking about with the Go Fade Me League, the Dynasty League. I came into the year feeling good about my team because I had C-Mac, Austin Eckler, Alvin Kamara, like all these once upon a time motherfuckers that caught 90 balls a season, they might combine for 90 catches this year. It's horrible.
That's basically my bash team at this point.
Yeah, I mean your bash team is terrible. You're
down so
it's gone to the point where like if you were looking at your team before the season and you're like, this is a beautiful team. Like look at this on paper, like A+. Like you definitely have a D+ right now. Your team sucks. You're probably like 0-3.
That's the takeaway here. Paper teams are rippable.
Yeah. Sexy paper champion.
Yeah, paper, you don't want to be the paper champion.
Sexy papers.
Yeah,
that's your fucking name. All right, well, welcome, Bike. We're going to be live streaming for the next, hour or so. We're going to talk a little Mojo price movement. We're going to talk a lot of our bash matchups. Just go over, recap the biggest takeaways from the week and anything that we just want to fucking yell about. So, welcome in. How we doing? Talk more about your Go Fade Me matchup. You're a cunt, George. George, you're going to beat me with like 108 points. Relax. Your team stinks too. You're aging out. You got Dalvin Cook, Derek.
That's a dead league. No one even cares about that league anymore since we moved.
This is what happens when you like get last place. You just talk about how
last place. I lost.
This was a disgrace.
I lost.
I forgot. I was killing codeine on Thursday with Njoku, and then I lost by 7 points somehow. So,
all right, let's. There's a lot of injuries this week as well. A lot of we had like T. Higgins leave early. We had Garrett Wilson. A lot of young.
He came back.
Right. These are. I was naming all guys that like left and then came back. So it could have been a much bigger injury week, but still we were left with a lot to be desired. A lot of backups, at least. This could be a strong waiver wire week, for instance. I think the first player we should talk about is Khalil fucking Herbert, dude.
Goat.
He is absolutely goated.
Yeah.
So good.
I'm a David Montgomery owner, not in the bash, but in our dead league. And I do have Khalil Herbert. So I'm in the position now where if David Montgomery is day to day, which I think he is, what do I do with Khalil Herbert? Do I have to start him now?
If Montgomery doesn't play, it definitely starts.
Obviously. But I'm saying if Montgomery's like, hey, he's good to go. Like, now what do I do?
Then you don't play Khalil Herbert.
I'm probably not playing Khalil Herbert.
It's a clear handcuff situation.
It's one of those situations, man. They're going to force D-Mont into this huge role regardless of like, it's very clear that Khalil Herbert's got more explosiveness and he's a little more shifty. He does everything better besides probably pass protect. But like I tweeted out, 157 yards on the ground. He was catching balls. Like that was more than Montgomery's ever had in a single game. I think it's clear that at worst, Herbert's just as good as Montgomery on the ground. Yes. But like they just trust Montgomery, man. He's been doing it for 4 years. They know he's not going to like fuck things up, but he's not good. Are they looking for a ceiling? I don't know. Feels like they're just trying to protect their team at this point. Like we don't want Fields to win us games, so we're not going to win games. But they're 2-1, so
damn, they really are winning games. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, it's early. You're going to see like the Broncos are 2-1. We're tied for first in the division. Like that means shit.
Yeah, your offense looks a lot like the Bears.
Exactly.
So Khalil Herbert, David Montgomery apparently day to day. We'll see about that. Pretty good chance he suits up at this point. But just had news drop. Deandre Swift, has hit the IR.
Ooh. Hit the IR.
He's out for 3 weeks.
Oh,
he's out for 3 weeks, which means Jamal Williams is about to go. I mean, it's crazy because before the year, it's like, Jamal Williams will get some run. It's like, do I really want the RB2 in the Lions backfield? Now it's like, I want all the lines.
Dude, the Lions look great. Like I've said it before the year that I think they're one of those sleeper teams where like whatever their win total is, like take the over because they're just going to come out like they had too many close games last year.
I feel like we were collectively high on the Lions for sure. They're like a really fun team.
Jamal Williams, the goal line back. I've been saying since week 1. No one believed me.
Listen, we didn't get a chance to see without because Swift just busts out 50-yard runs all fucking day.
Yeah.
So Jamal Williams goes 20 for 87, 2 touchdowns, catches 2 balls for another 20 yards. So you're talking about 22 touches, over 100 yards from scrimmage, 2 touchdowns, and now he's the clear lead back. I mean, you have like Craig Reynolds kind of mixing in there, but Jamal Williams feels like it's like how high do you rank Jamal Williams next week? He's an
way
RB1
too high.
Yeah.
It's against Seattle. Like Cordy P just absolutely sliced him up.
A great matchup. Yeah.
I think I put him in like top. I think he's probably 10 to 12.
With the way the rest of the running back field looks anyway, like throwing Jamal Williams in the top 12 doesn't seem like it's even gross.
It's like I'll play Jamal Williams over Alvin Kamara.
I'll play Jamal Williams over Austin
100%.
fucking Eckler right now.
Bars.
We're comparing Jamal Williams to guys we never thought would be in this range anyways. Like he fits the bill of being an RB1 this season.
Well, this is what happens when you get 3 weeks and things change. And if you don't learn and adapt to what's going on, you're just going to suck. And you're going to have guys that were good on paper and you're like, oh, well, they're going to turn it around eventually. And some of them might, but more often than not, I feel like you just need to adjust on the fly. And that's fancy, baby. Waiver wires.
Speaking of, we have another injury to Dalvin Cook.
Stop it.
With the shoulder thing. And
this was day to day.
So this was I doubt it because this was one of those injuries this is like one of the very few predictable injuries because the shoulder thing, he's dislocated this every single year he's been in the league. And basically the fantasy doctors out there will tell you like every time you do it, it's like a 10% increase in the likelihood of it happening again to you. So every time he does this, it's like by next season, it'll be like a 60% chance that he redislocates his shoulder. So this is one of the few like semi-predictable injuries that happen. It just happened to happen usually happens in like week 14.
Yeah.
It happened to happen week 3. And now Alexander Madison's going to take over. And I think if you have Alexander Madison, he seems like a little bit of a Khalil Herbert similar style to me where they're like both elite handcuffs. Madison's going to get all the work now. And I think you rank him exactly where you had Dalvin Cook, basically.
So like RB20.
I mean, at this point,
so slow and fucking at the bottom of my list. All right.
Yeah. So he's probably, I don't know if we've had any actual word on him yet, but he's, I think he's going to miss a little bit of time.
How do we think this is going to affect their Mojo prices, these backup running backs? Like Jamal Williams, he moved a lot yesterday, but I'm looking at him right now. He hasn't moved at all today.
So this is where I think understanding Mojo goes a long way. So some of the movement on the prices is on-field movement or on-field performance, but a lot of that happens with younger players where you're not really sure of what their career trajectory is.
We know enough about Jamal Williams.
Right. Like Jamal Williams can go 20 for 150 next week. And like his career projections are not going to move that much.
Because you've seen him play before, you know that's something he can do. So it's not like oh, he's never done this before in his career. Now you got to bump him up a little bit.
So like Khalil Herbert goes out next week. Say David Montgomery's active, but Khalil Herbert out carries him 20 to 10. You might say like, oh, Khalil Herbert's career just changed a little bit because now you're assuming he's going to be the RB1 for the rest of the season plus maybe like next year. Yeah. That's the way you look at it. So guys that we like know who they are, I think you probably you pay for what you know, and it's there's not a ton of upside there. Does that answer your question, Sexual?
I think it does.
Sexual Studentson.
While being the student.
What about also on the Lions, Amon-Ra? Is he good?
Go.
He's fine.
I mean, I know he came back.
He came back. Yeah, he's fine.
I think he's fine.
He's tough as shit. He's good. The Lions are too gritty to get really like actual injured, except for Swift.
Wait,
everyone's gritty but Swift.
Can we talk about Tua? Tua's injury?
Yeah,
that he shouldn't have came back in. I'm like all for being. I'm all for being like, it's end up there getting paid, but like he couldn't walk.
Dude, he was like, that was like, Tony, that was like you on like a fucking Saturday night. We're like out 2 a.m. and you're like fiddlesticks. And we're like, nah, bro. We can't go to fiddlesticks right now.
You need to go on the IR.
Yeah, that was like Dalton trying to go to the after party on fucking Saturday night.
Yeah.
That was all sorts of problematic. And they tried to hit you with the tweet that was like his back spasms spiked or some shit. Yeah. I'm like, you can clearly, he's like,
no, that man's equilibrium and everything was just off.
He was dancing.
Yeah. I mean, T. Higgins probably shouldn't have came back in either, but
no chance.
I don't care about. Dude, I feel bad. He was on my team and I needed
Higgins.
him. So I was sick of, he already did it week 1. Like he came out, I was like, can't do that shit again. So like, that's fine. But Tua probably should have came out.
Tua's was crazy.
Yeah.
Just the way the videotape of him just like dancing around and shit, man.
Well, they're already investigating it. There's tweets like
I mean, as they
the
fucking
NFL's
should.
investigating the Dolphins' handling of Tua.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see what's there to investigate. Man clearly was concussed and couldn't walk. And then came back in the game. It's like it's all there. It's on tape.
I wonder what the
National
punishment's going to be.
Yeah,
They're not going to
maybe
do shit.
might take a 7th round pick. Who knows? They do dumb shit like that now.
They already lost their
Take a seven.
first. They can't take it again.
Oh, they did. Forgot about that.
Take next year's first.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah.
Dolphins
So
like, fuck it. We win in it anyways.
I started to in the E-Town get down. Here's the first thing I noticed playing against the Bills. Their time of possession is out of control. I don't know if they've punted the ball yet this year.
They did once. I remember because
yesterday.
Yeah, I saw it.
Okay. I was being
it like the
hyperbolic as
third-
shit. I didn't
They
realize
said
that.
it was like the third quarter. They're like, this is the first time the Bills have punted all season.
Every drive, like if you have a fantasy player playing against them, you're like, all right, they're going to score a lot of points. We're going to get it back. But every single one of their drives is like 7-yard play, 9-yard play, 9-yard. It's like 14 play drives that soak up 8 minutes of the quarter. It's insane. And your guys, so you have a very small margin for error if you're an offensive player going against the Bills.
It really felt like the Dolphins offense wasn't on the field at all.
No, it was terrible. I actually want to look up the time of possession stats on that.
I know that Josh Allen threw the ball, I think 63 times.
63 times. Tua threw the ball 18 times.
Jeez.
Time of possession.
Dude, I was getting hot and sweaty just watching those guys play in like the 100-degree heat or whatever the fuck it
Dude,
was in
that was
Miami. Like they were
crazy.
all passing out. They were all
every
getting
single one of
cramps.
them was getting cramps.
I know,
Yeah.
dude. It looked brutal out there.
Possession. Buffalo 40 minutes 40 seconds. Miami 19 minutes 20 seconds.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's wild.
And they're just dominating, and they should have won that game. I mean, it was just first of all, terrible throw by Josh Allen. He held the ball way too long on that 4th down, and then
The one to McKenzie in the end zone.
yeah,
The bounce pass.
on like the
Yeah.
out route at the end was
Yeah.
the 4th and goal, and he just like threw it in the dirt basically. Like that's just like they should have won that game. It happens, whatever.
I feel like
yeah.
the Bills OC was all of us last weekend. What's his name again? I don't remember.
Ken Dorsey,
Ken
yeah.
Dorsey when he's just like spiking his fucking clipboard.
Yeah, that
up
clip
in the-
went like
up in the-
viral. Everyone loved it. I mean,
Yeah.
I love it. That's what you want to see. I want to see passion, and I want to see men destroying shit. That's what we do. We get angry, we break shit.
It was a very relatable reaction that Sunday.
Yeah, for sure. I do that at my house all the time.
Yeah, a lot of players that gave us that reaction this week. I want to talk about Austin Eckler. Right? Can you throw Eckler's Mojo numbers on the screen? I actually want to see what kind of like career trajectory this hurt. Because we have all these 1st-round picks, and it's like, what do you actually fucking do with them? Is you just like ride it out and be like, fuck, I made a bad pick. So Eckler down 5% in the last week. Because I do think like the play style that they're going with, where they're sharing all these early down carries, does kind of affect Eckler. Like he spiked last year, getting all the fucking carries in the offense, and he made it very clear that he didn't want to do that again.
Yep.
And now it's like, I mean, I don't know how much to take away from this game because Herbert couldn't throw the fucking ball.
Yeah.
They got absolutely destroyed.
But
by
that would make you
Jacksonville.
think that they would be running it with Eckler then. Like you getting carries at that, and he's not getting carries still.
I think it's also with their O-line too. Their O-line was super banged up. They lost a tackle. They didn't have their center. Like I think it's Herbert trying to play through an injury plus all the other injuries that they already have. Like Chargers are just
A mess.
they're going down the tank kind of quickly.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what happens when your franchise quarterback gets hurt. You kind of like your leader of your team. It kind of brings the rest of it down. You get,
If
gonna
he gets
happen.
hurt, I'm gonna get hurt too.
Austin Eckler is a guy that is dependent upon the pass game, and he needs to get those 5
He like
receptions a
is,
game.
yeah, he had like 12 rushing touchdowns last year though too.
But that
Yeah,
was
he's
an
also very
anomaly.
touchdown
That was an outlier. I said that. That's not
Yeah,
going to happen again.
We know what I'm saying. You're saying he's depending on the passing game, but like he didn't
He's
depend
not
on
getting
the passing
that.
game last year.
Well, that's because last year
His
was the
offense was
outlier.
supposed to be fucking good.
Yes, but this
I mean,
year
it
you
is
knew
good.
coming in that they were just going to throw the ball a ton. That's the new wave of the NFL. It's a passing league. We've been saying it for 10 years now, right? Well, now it's really a passing league where quarterbacks are
actually
throwing
really
it 45 fucking times a game,
Sorry.
and that's like the new standard when you come in as these young head coaches all want to come in and throw the ball. That's it. It's not the same
Except
thing.
for Dan Campbell.
Except for Nathaniel Hackett.
Dan Campbell's just a leader, though. It's different.
Same with Arthur
Same
Smith.
with Nathaniel Hackett. He's a leader.
Don't talk about my head coach.
All right, let's go with a little bit of a concern level, just like 1 to 10. I'm going to go through the first 3 rounds of running backs.
You
There's
mean
a lot
0
of
to
them.
1 or 1 to 10.
You can go either one you want. If you had been asking the questions, I would have demanded that you said 0 to 1, but we'll
All
go
right.
1 to 10 here.
1 to 10.
Jonathan Taylor,
Was this concern? No,
concern level.
none.
None.
4.
2.
I was gonna say a solid 6.
Really?
that.
Relax.
I think the Colts offense
It's
just
so bad.
might not be that good.
Yeah.
You know what it is, dude? Their offensive line, like everyone kind of, myself included, came into the year like, oh, the pieces are all in place. Like your offensive line is awesome. It's not. Like it's not a good
really
offensive
isn't.
line.
He's
They
been
have good
averaging like
pieces.
3.5 yards a carry.
Yeah, they have really good pieces individually, but the whole of their offensive line is not good, and it's obviously affecting. Like Matt Ryan's under pressure.
Matt Ryan looks old as shit.
Yeah.
I think.
I mean, he is.
Give him some time. Let the line get their groove going. They'll be all right by week
I
6.
agree. I'm not worried about.
I
Taylor.
could see him being kind of like a Derrick Henry type, where it's like it takes him a while, but then by the end of the year, he's just eating up.
Yeah, exactly what's gonna happen. We're gonna look back and be like, it was so stupid of us to ever doubt Jonathan Taylor at any point in the season.
Christian McCaffrey.
He sucks.
Higher.
7.
Yeah,
9,
it's
8.
higher than Taylor.
It's
Guys, there's a fucking simple number scale. Here.
7. No, 8. I'm more concerned.
You
than
want to
Tony.
be more concerned than
Yeah.
me. Fuck you. I'm also at an 8.
It's literally
Fuck you,
like he's
Tony.
getting the touches, but it's just because they're all rushes and not receiving.
It's just like 20 touches, 100 yards.
Yeah.
Which is like fucking 11 points.
Baker has somehow been the worst quarterback this team has ever
Yeah.
had.
So bad.
We
They
thought
had Kyle
McCaffrey was
Allen.
like quarterback proof. Like you could put McCaffrey in any situation, he'll be cool. Not true. You give him Baker Mayfield,
Not
they
cool,
both
man.
stinks.
Yeah. Okay. Austin Eckler.
Damn.
8.
Yeah, the most 9. I don't. We're running out of numbers here, but
I mean, you can repeat.
I was down on him already, so I'd probably just give him a 5. It's kind of where
You expected this from him?
yeah.
That's insane.
I literally bet his under on rushing touchdowns.
All right, that's one fucking rush. And we all bet the under on the rushing
I
touchdown.
faded
Easy
Austin.
prop.
I don't have a share of Austin Eckler in any league. Not one league. 7 leagues, not a share.
So, still can be concerned about him because he's doing shit.
But this is what I expected from him, so I'm not
You
concerned.
didn't
Like,
expect this.
Yes, I did. You
You
I
expected
expected
fucking
Jonathan
4
Taylor to
points
be
per
great.
game?
I expected not 4 points, but like I'm saying,
There
like
you go. You didn't expect it.
that's why I'm at a 5.
You're a moron. Dalvin Cook. I mean, he's out, so whatever.
very
10. Slow.
still slow.
Tell you what. Najee Harris looking like a decent fucking RB1 pick right now.
By comparison.
Just by default. Yeah, he's putting me up like a nice 11 points per game. Jalen Warren, just to go back to Thursday Night Football, I don't know if anyone else was like paying attention, but Jalen Warren looked like 10 times more explosive than Najee Harris did.
Yeah.
He looks like he'll be a player.
Yeah, he looks like he's going to cut into the work a
I
little
feel
bit.
like it's like a Zeke Pollard thing.
Yes, that's how it felt. It was
Yeah.
like every time you watch Jalen Warren carry the ball, you're like, why is this dude not getting the carries?
Yeah.
And Najee Harris will have like one stiff arm, and everyone's like, he's back. I'm like, bro, take your 6 yards and shove it up your fucking ass.
We don't have a graphic for it, but I want to look up the Jalen Warren price because he's probably like
Is he even on
dirt
there?
cheap. Yeah, he's 250.
Gotta be 250.
Yeah, I mean he could also just kind of make a career of being like an RB2 in
Yeah,
the
the
offense. Kind of
Problem
like
with a guy like that is he's got a very limited upside as long as Najee Harris is there.
Well, all it takes is one Najee injury, and I think he's a workhorse. They're going to use him as a workhorse.
Yeah.
Until Najee comes back.
But what I'm saying is,
Like he's never going to be the guy.
He's not even priced as having to be the guy. He's priced as being like if he can be just like a fucking Gus Edwards.
What's-
throughout his
what's
Yeah, well, I
career,
think his
but
upside's
healthy.
like $5.
What's his price on Mojo?
250.
250. Yeah, I get what you're saying. It's kind of like the Jamal
Pacheco,
Williams.
yeah,
It's like if he gets in there, has a big game, does it actually change his career projection?
Yeah.
No, not really, because Najee's right back.
He'll get a bump. I could see him going to like going up like $2. Going to like a $4 to $5 range. But like I don't.
Yeah.
I would like now's the time you'd have to buy him and hope that something like that happens.
I'm buying him out of spite.
Do it. I bought Brett Rippin.
We'll see. We'll see what happens against Dallas tonight. But Saquon will probably end up being a good pick. Joe Mixon was horrible yesterday. Showed his true colors.
They can't
Alvin
run the
Kamara.
ball for shit.
Dude, no one can do anything. This year is. I'm looking at the first 3 rounds of RBs fully. I don't see one that I'm like, yep, that was the one. It's after Najee, it's Saquon, which is good, but Mixon, Kamara, Swift, Aaron Jones, Javonte Williams, Nick Chubb is probably the only home run.
Yeah.
Fournette, James Conner, Zeke.
I will
It's
say
so bad.
I know it's not right now, but it looks like he'll be back, Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry looks like he'll be good to go.
This was
Like his normal
not a
Derrick Henry
surprising good performance from him. Like he
Yeah.
was for sure due.
Yeah.
Caught a lot of balls too, which is
Yeah, well,
weird.
that was
he had
crazy. He
5
caught 5
catches.
catches, which is unusual. I'm not even talking about that. That's like an outlier. But just the fact that like the Titans, they're going to get it going. They're going to be like one of those sneaky good teams again. And Derrick Henry is going to be getting his 20 carries and at least like this 1 touchdown a game. He'll be a top 12. He'll be an RB1.
He'll be top 12.
Yeah,
he'll be an
Derrick
RB1.
Henry.
Bold protection.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, listen, you got to go there
Holy
sometimes.
shit.
You got to go there sometimes.
At this point, it is kind of bold. Putting anybody you think is safe into the top 12 is now bold.
Anybody with a big name going into the top 12 doesn't make sense right now. So
Yeah.
Can we talk about Chris Olave a little bit?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, we should.
Chris Olave up another 7.5% on Mojo, up almost $1 stock price. Was he the second highest? It was Drake London, Olave, or was it?
No, I think he was 4th. He was behind Dotson.
He was behind Dotson and Garrett Wilson.
Yeah.
He ain't going to be fucking behind them anymore. So this guy goes nuts. 147 yards. He had the big week last week in terms of just like usage and air yards, but it didn't come together for him. This week he did 147. It looks like he's very, very legit. And this is the thing with like these dudes who come out of college old, like Dynasty Twitter wants to be like, he's old. He didn't break out young. But that also comes with the idea that if you're a little bit older, you're much more refined.
Yeah.
And you see Olave is like really, really good on the field running routes. I don't know if I have an injury update for Michael Thomas.
Hurt, right? Yeah.
Right. I'm not sure how
Yeah,
severe it
Michael
was.
Thomas is hurt, and
So is Jarvis Landry.
no, Jarvis Landry's not hurt.
Okay.
Are you sure?
Both will have test days from Rap Sheet, but based on the initial diagnosis, it doesn't appear that injuries to Michael Thomas toe. Oh yeah, I think Michael Thomas had turf toe, and Jarvis Landry foot are serious. Doesn't appear that way. Landry is dealing with soreness, while for Thomas, it's not the same foot as his previous ankle injury. So if it's not serious, I mean, it's probably going to be day to day. Maybe one of them misses a game or something. But to be honest with you, dude, like
I'm not worried about them at all.
I think second half of the season, Olave is the one there for sure.
Honestly, I think he's already the one.
Maybe
He leads the team in targets.
yeah, but Michael Thomas has outproduced him. We'll see. I think production wise, the first half of the year, it'll kind of go back and forth, and Olave just takes over unless Michael Thomas is hurt.
I just think the Saints are going to be a tough team to like. They're not going to score a lot of touchdowns this year. I don't think that offense is that great. Like I
They're
think
putting up a lot of yards though.
yes, I think like Chris Olave is going to be a guy who's going to get you. He's going to have those stupid ass like games where he gets you 120 yards no touchdown, 150 yards no touchdown, and it's going to be frustrating. Which is not bad. It's pretty solid, yeah, because he's probably your flex. But I don't know. I just see the Saints struggling to score this year.
If you have Olave, though, do you actually think that injuries to the other wide receivers is a benefit? Because I almost feel like if they're not on the field, defenses could just like hyper.
Yeah.
It's fair.
Like they could zone
He
in.
definitely
on
needs
Olave.
like at least one of them. On
Yeah,
the field.
he, like as good as Olave looks already, he doesn't feel like an alpha where it's like he can just take over games. It's
I
almost
think like Michael Thomas will come off the field at some point. Jarvis Landry's not going to leave the field. He's a tough dude. He always just plays through injuries.
I
Thomas
think
is
they
a
both
pussy.
end up playing. I think both those guys end up playing, but Olave ends up being the guy. I do agree though. I don't think he could be like the alpha right now if they both miss time.
yeah.
Become a little problem. His floor would be high, but his ceiling would definitely be lowered because they're not going to let him beat him deep and shit. So Animal, thank you for dropping him anytime. Get that. Appreciate
I
that.
can't believe you dropped him for one
No problem.
He's like my wide receiver 6.
There's an overreaction. It happens to the best of us. Listen, we all do it sometimes, and we learn from it. So I picked up James Williams. So
Oh, wow, he's gonna play
Damn.
a lot of games this year.
yeah, I'm about to drop him for someone else.
Speaking of dropping guys, it was like 3 p.m. on Sunday, and in E-Town Get Down, we open up waivers on Sundays, like free for all after the bids go through. And I had Tua as my QB2, and I have Herbert as my QB1, and we didn't know if Herbert was playing or not. So I was like, fuck. I thought, and every single one of my bench players started at 1 p.m. And I was like, oh, fuck, like I can't make a move. I'm fucked at QB2 if Herbert doesn't play. I ended up picking up Cooper Rush for Monday Night Football game at like 3 p.m. and dropping Darnell Mooney.
That's a great drop.
I know. It felt-
Phenomenal drop.
I was literally like refreshing the Bears game. I was like, I feel like I'm going to drop him, and then he's going to catch a 60-yard touchdown.
I thought he was going to have like a game this week just because he was like so bad first 2 weeks, but he's just bad.
I feel like half
Bears
of the
bad.
content I made last week was talking about Darnell Mooney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dropping that quick.
We've been saying he's droppable. I mean, the Bears just don't throw the ball.
You did. That's why I was bringing it up because it's
Yeah.
funny. You guys were like,
Yeah.
just drop him. And I was
Yeah.
like, no, he's going fucking nuts this week. And I
No,
dropped him
okay.
midway through the game. J-Rob, top 10 back. How about like he's number 2
Top
right
5
now?
back.
He's not even. That's like
RB1.
there's no question mark there, my guy.
Okay, so J-Rob is incredible, dude.
Yeah.
How is he so?
Are we debunking the Achilles thing?
No, it's an outlier.
I don't know about that.
What do you mean? Look at everyone else with an Achilles injury.
Yeah,
and then
all
look
of
at
them,
him.
all of them who have ever had
He's
it
the
in
outlier.
past are either old or bad. If you look at every running back that it's
Marlon
happened.
Mack was like 24. You idiot.
He's bad.
No, he wasn't bad.
I don't think an Achilles injury like ruined the
Wait,
career.
what's
of
the
Marlon Mack.
conversation here?
Sorry, I don't think Marlon Mack was bad before his Achilles
saying
injury.
The old myth that an Achilles injury ends a running back career is over.
You're saying you think it's over?
No, I'm saying
Achilles injury
Doesn't
does
end.
not.
does not end your
It
career.
does not end it.
I think more
I
often
don't-
than not it does.
More often than not, it does. However, here's the problem. And I was talking about this with Dr. Morse when I brought him on. It's like we have all these like numbers and theses or whatever. We have all these like papers done, right? These studies on the injuries and shit that tell you like, oh, this is the explosiveness that goes down. However, those are always like backdated. So what's going to happen is like they're going to have to do a new study based on like this 3-year window that tells us like, okay, Now, instead of losing like 27% of their explosiveness, they lose like fucking 4% or whatever. And then we could say it. The literature takes years to catch up to it. So we might be in the midst of that happening. I don't know what the medical advances are. I don't know if they're using new fucking injections on these guys that are actually helping them. You know,
I'm
like
sure
James
there's
Robinson.
stuff, but like, I mean,
Cam Akers
the
doesn't look that
outlier
bad,
is
right?
Cam
James
Akers look
Robinson.
good. Cam Akers look good too.
Cam Akers is not back.
Look good.
That doesn't make that.
He
I'm
looked-
saying like
he looked
he's
fine.
not. Cam Akers was going to be a number like the running back on his team. Now he's not.
What do you mean? He is.
Well, here's the problem.
Terrell
We
Henderson
don't
had
know.
like
We
20%
don't know what
carries.
Akers is
Yeah.
going to be.
We can assume, I guess. So
You can assume he looked fine. Yeah, I think
But I
just that
think-
Rams running
I
game.
still
is
think
bad.
Akers looks like shit.
Better than Henderson.
Yeah, but Henderson. What does that even mean? It's irrelevant.
It's the RB1.
Ray GQ came back from an Achilles tear, right?
Yeah.
Well,
that happened like a couple weeks
yeah,
ago. I feel like.
He's still coming back.
Yeah.
Well, but now he's back.
Yeah, I just think the outlier is James Robinson.
Let's talk about James Robb for a little bit, man, because he rips off another 100-yard game on the ground. That I think like the underlying story as well here is Jacksonville and how good they look.
Yeah,
On
I mean,
offense.
Doug Peterson, good coach.
I think it's another one to just like not write off fucking Trevor Lawrence after one shitty year with Urban Meyer,
Yes,
right? It's
I
like
was a little low on him. I'll admit it.
You put him in the bottom 5 last week.
Yeah, no,
bottom 5
the
quarterbacks.
Jaguars.
Oh,
You
Jaguars.
put-
Okay.
Well, I'm talking.
Well, yeah, I
Jags,
still
but
think the Jaguars as a team might not be that great, but we'll see.
they just beat a top 5
They
team.
just
in
beat
the
a
Chargers.
they just beat a decrepit Chargers
Yeah,
team.
let's
pump the brakes a little bit here.
All
They
right.
look good. I'm not taking anything away from them, but they're not a top 10
Trevor
team in the
Lawrence,
NFL.
28 for
winning the South.
39.
I don't know about that. So
I thought an argument was ensuing.
no,
It's always ensuing.
We settled it.
T-Law, 28 for 39, 262 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. J-Rob, 17 for 100 on the ground with that 50-yard touchdown. Zay Jones, 10 for 85 and a touchdown. Christian Kirk continues to light it the fuck up, 6 for 72 and a touchdown on 9 targets. Even fucking Uncle Marvin, 4 for 33 and a touchdown. James Robinson caught as many balls as Travis Etienne did. So, yeah, James Robinson, it still feels like we're all just like waiting for that one down week and be like, nah, James
Yeah,
Robinson,
he's gone.
not back, you know? Like, that's how I feel as someone. I have him in E-Town Get Down. I finally fucking started him this week, thank God. But, like, it still feels like we're waiting for the one game where, like, Travis Etienne out-carries him or out-targets him. And then you're going to be like, now I feel weird about him. But, I mean, at this point, you just continue to fucking
I
rack
don't
up
think
the
there's any way
points.
that even happens.
No, I mean,
No.
didn't ETN only really start getting work because the Jags were up by so much? Like, I feel
Yeah,
like,
probably.
I feel like ETN was only getting involved late in the game.
J-Rob is definitely the guy there.
Yeah. I mean, Etienne, like, sneaky 16 touches. Not a bad number for someone who's, like, explosive, but, like, he hasn't really fucking shown it.
What
are
the
you
fuck
doing
is
over
Ike
there?
doing?
giving
Anyways,
Gabe Davis the finger.
Gabe Davis sucks.
Gabe Davis was coming back from an injury. I feel like this was an easy fade on
No,
him.
it was Gabe Davis in the comment section.
Oh,
He's in our comment section.
Big tough guy, Gabe Davis.
Gabe Davis has never had more than 5 receptions in a regular season game.
We're not talking about the actual Gabe Davis.
This
Don't
podcast
bring
would
up
be
that
better
stat.
if someone would tell. Well, there's opinion. It's literally a fucking podcast, bro.
Literally
you-
the whole point of it.
What do you mean? This
It's all right.
comment section would be
I won't
better.
talk. We'll see what happens. See how much people. We'll see. Let's go. Everyone, give us your takes.
On what?
Gabe Davis stinks. Imagine starting him this week.
I did. I started.
Imagine-
Yeah, we didn't
I
ask.
started
We
him-
didn't ask.
Yeah.
We didn't fucking ask. You think he's gonna run 80 yards a game and not get hurt? I don't know what that means.
we go over
I was
matchups.
just going to say.
I forgot we had to do that. Yeah, for sure, dude. Yeah, let's bring up our bash matchups. Ikey baby.
Surprise us, Ike. Who's going first?
He's going to put me up first because he always does.
Yeah, he knows you took an L
Oh.
this week.
Animal ripping off 100-point victory.
I'm so
Oh,
jealous.
actually,
What?
listen,
My teammate did. My opponent did awful.
it's not done yet. He's still got Jones, CeeDee Lamb. That's it. Never mind.
Yeah.
He's gonna need 40 from them. Ain't happening.
Damn,
all right.
your opponent put
We're gonna allow you to talk.
Yeah, you can talk
Allow
about
you
it.
to speak about your matchup a little bit.
Yeah. So what happened here was my opponent didn't do very well, and it kind of helped me a lot. I mean, that's basically it. I have Nick Chubb is basically the only guy on my team, and Josh Allen, the only 2 guys on my team I can actually count on.
Christian Kirk too.
Christian Kirk has been very solid. Kyle Pitts was alive this week, which is nice to see. I'm very, very concerned about DJ Moore and what the fuck do I do with him?
You can't play
Drop
him at
him.
this point. You don't drop him. You just can't play
Drop
him.
him with 20 bench
Dude,
spots.
Here's my problem.
It's
It's
a
like I don't
No,
have
it's
anyone else to start. Like I'll throw Damian Pearson here in the flex, move Lazard up, but like, do I bench DJ Moore for Alan Lazard?
Yeah, probably.
That sounds so.
Dude, DJ Moore gets like
know.
30 receiving yards a game. Lazard does too, but at least he catches fucking touchdowns.
So that's going to be a yes. Trade DJ Moore for either Judy or Gabe Davis. Just get rid of DJ.
Oh,
Moore.
I would trade DJ Moore for Gabe Davis in a fucking heartbeat.
Yeah.
Are you shitting me?
What, someone asked that.
Yeah, someone.
No.
If
I would
Gabe
trade him
Davis
for a
is
lot
available,
less.
he's an easy buy low. Like the reason he didn't play much yesterday is because he's
He's
coming
been
back from a
hurt.
fucking injury.
Yeah.
He's gonna be fine. For Judy, I'm that feels like a lateral trade where I just don't give a fuck about either player.
Yeah,
I
I
honestly
still
would
think
probably-
Judy has more upside for sure.
I would go
just 'cause,
Gabe
like,
Davis, Judy, DJ Moore.
Yeah,
if I had to
yeah,
rank
I
them,
agree with
think.
that exactly.
I feel like
But Judy, we haven't seen anything from either. Like
There's way more there than DJ Moore. Like he dropped a big one last night. He should have caught that for sure. I
It
mean,
just
it's
feels
tough
like
catch.
there's no potential for more right now. This offense
Yeah.
has no upside potential. You know,
As bad as the Broncos have been, like there's room for improvement from them. Like that they can somehow put it together and get better. Whereas like I don't believe the Panthers have any chance of doing that.
Yeah.
Like Baker Mayfield ain't put it together.
Baker Mayfield is as bad as he looks. Russell Wilson feels like he has to get better. There's no way that Russell Wilson is going to
We
be.
saw it in
this
that
bad.
one drive at the end of the game where Russell Wilson was like, "Hey, shit, I guess I got to play football."
dude. Yeah, he looked. There's like one drive where I was like, "Oh, he's bike."
Yeah.
But then the 2-point conversion came and just got batted
Yeah.
down. I've never been so like deflated for
Right?
someone in
I
my
was-
life.
He didn't even like move in the pocket; he just like threw it. Right,
It was like 7 awesome electric
Yeah.
plays, and then like 0.2 seconds in, just dead drop.
Alvin.
after the game, he said in an interview like that was some Hall of Fame level football out there.
Oh, dude, I
Is that what
I
he
did
said?
not watch
Yeah.
the interview.
Hall
at
of Fame in reference to like his play.
Him versus Jimmy G.
Jesus.
all. I don't. You're
Russ.
making shit
Remember
up.
what did he
I'm
say?
not. He said that.
Remember-
Someone in the chat will know.
Remember when he introduced himself at the beginning of the game? He was like, what did he say? Like
Oh.
home of a bunch of Badgers
Oh,
or
yeah.
something. It was like, this dude cannot just not be
He
corny.
just always has to do the most all the
Yeah,
time.
I know, dude.
Oh,
We get it. He's a loser. I hate him. But
He's a loser. I hate him.
that's it. Like well, the world knows it. He's trying to be cool. He'll never be cool. And that's it.
I think he's pretty cool.
Anything else about your matchup?
No, that's really it. I mean, it's not over yet. Like you said, like, yeah, Daniel Jones and CeeDee Lamb could go off tonight. I could lose this.
I
so-
legitimately think you might be looking at a decision between Richie James and DJ Moore next week. Richie James has low-key been better than him. And if Tony is out, there's like multiple guys out tonight for New York. And
I got to check the waivers because I got a couple of sneaky.
there's nothing on the waivers.
No, there's a couple of sneaky guys I really got my eye on.
Me
here.
too, actually.
Let me see, actually. Is this guy available?
Mike asked
Is-
Jay Jettas and
Is that Justin Jefferson?
yeah.
Ramondre Stevenson for Najee and Olave, PPR 10 team.
The Jefferson side for
Yeah.
sure.
I'm going to stick with Jefferson side too. Stevenson looked good.
Yeah.
Stevenson got involved,
Getting a
very involved in the passing
Bigger
game.
share of the backfield for
It's
sure.
going to be ugly without Mac Jones there. I don't even know if, God, I don't know if you can start anyone in New England if Mac Jones is not playing.
I mean, the running backs are still going to probably be pretty good.
I mean, how many times are you going to score? The only reason Damien Harris is good because he gets 40 yards and a
Yeah.
touchdown. He might run for 14 yards, maybe a touchdown. Noah Brown, Matt Collins. How about these guys? Yo, Mac
I
looked
actually
great.
like Matt Collins.
He looked like a beast.
Yeah, he's had more receiving yards than Devontae Adams this year, I think,
Yeah, Matt Collins.
That based off like just yesterday though.
for the whole season.
I know, but like,
Well,
was
yeah,
it
no,
was
he-
the
I mean,
majority of it done just from last week?
I think he's had a
He
good.
went 5 for
2 weeks.
66
Two
last
of his
week.
3 weeks are good.
Yeah, he didn't play much in week 1, but 5 for 66 last week, 8 for 158, and he just
Yeah.
looked good doing it. Like,
Yeah.
watching him play. That one touchdown he had in the back of the end zone was fucking sick.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was a big boy move.
It was. It was like T. Higgins.
I think Noah Brown's cool too, as long as Michael Gallup's out.
Yeah, that's the only problem with Matt Collins. It's like when Renfro's back, how much play time does Matt Collins go from like an 80% snap guy?
Oh,
to like
Renfro's
a
not even
s-
playing.
He was a concussion. He missed the game.
Yeah, he's close.
I didn't even realize that.
Yeah.
He's been so irrelevant this year. He could have just left. Would have made no difference to anybody.
I'm interested in Matt Collins more than Noah Brown. I think Noah Brown's kind of like a one-trick
Yeah.
pony, to be honest with you.
Gallup's already back.
No,
He's playing
yeah,
this
no
week.
Brown's time to shine.
Is Gallup back for sure? He's playing
I
tonight.
think he's playing. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Also, yeah, it's Cooper Rush there. So ahead of
Wait.
ourselves.
Yeah, I definitely took some overs of Noah Brown on Prize Picks because I thought Gallup was going to be out. Rough.
I mean,
That is rough.
You
He also might be playing like 30% of the snaps.
Yeah,
I
that's
wouldn't
true.
Yeah, I don't know
look
if
too into
Gallup's
it.
going to come in and just get like 90% snaps right away, so I wouldn't worry about that. All right, so yeah,
Next
my matchup. We'll see what
bitch.
happens tonight.
need a new one.
Oh, by the way, I was talking about before the guy I was looking for on waivers, Greg Dortch, is taken.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
Greg Dortch,
100%.
I know.
He was a
thought-
pickup last week.
Yeah,
He's
no.
pick up in week one.
Wow, he went
late.
9 for 80 again.
Yeah, dude, great week.
He's eating.
All right.
Except
you're
the
up.
thing is, when Rondell Moore comes back, is he still going to be involved?
Yeah,
I don't
Rondell
think so.
Moore
Dude,
sucks.
Rondell Moore, yeah. Like people like Greg Dortch is what people want Rondell Moore to be right now.
Yeah.
Like why force Rondell
Yeah.
Moore in if Dortch is already doing it?
True.
All right. So I got absolutely fucking shit tanked this week. My quarterback situation was disgusting. I didn't know what to do with Herbert because the waivers aren't open on Sundays for us to pick up random dudes. So you need to have everybody ready for Sunday morning. So both Flacco and Mac Jones were playing at 1 o'clock. Therefore, I couldn't risk, even though I clearly fucking should have, because Joe Flacco had 3 points. I had to start Mac Jones and Joe Flacco. And I don't know if there's ever been a more uninspiring duo of quarterbacks against your fantasy lineup. So that was tragic.
You still got Saquon. You could fucking pull.
You only need a
something
40
out of your
point
ass here.
40-point night at a Saquon.
40-point night.
It's happened before. Crazier things.
Can we have a career high check? Can someone in the chat go look at Saquon Barkley's game logs for career and see if he's ever had
I
a
will
40-point night?
say it's going into it, obviously down, not great, but having Saquon be the guy, you gotta feel like, I got a chance.
I
Like
guess.
if it was fucking Terry McLaurin, you'd be sitting there going, fuck.
He's gone
No
over 40
chance.
once.
He's gone for 40 once?
Yeah.
Against the Cowboys.
Against-
possible.
Against Washington.
Yeah.
Fucking bike. I think we could do it. All right, cool. All right, so I basically got a dub this week. I'm going to be 3-0 then.
Congratulations, sir. You went from down bad.
Looking at my team, I was more confident going into the week. I was like, cool, I got Darrell Henderson. Cool, I got like all these fucking flex players on the bench that are like kind of shitty but kind of good. And now I don't feel good about it anymore. So I had like Darrell Henderson, Darnell Mooney, stinks. I guess I got to keep throwing Alan Lazard into my flex spot.
We all
Picked
do.
up Zamir White right before the game because I thought Josh Jacobs was going to miss the game.
Yeah.
Like he didn't travel with the team, and then he took like a fucking regular ass plane to go play with him.
Well, I was just gonna say, I saw the tweet say he's not traveling with the team, and then why is he at the? What the fuck happened? I bought Zamir White on Mojo.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. You texted me. You said buy Zamir White. I said okay.
Well, because I saw the report and it was like 20 seconds before that. Josh Jacobs not traveling with team. Zamir White expected to take over like bigger workloads. I was like animal buy stock and fucking Zamir White on Mojo.
Yeah.
And then Zamir White gets 0 touches. Didn't even get a single ounce of fucking play time.
It looks like you lost because of those Thursday night guys. Thursday night beatdown.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because he had Cooper.
Yeah. Well, Nick was the number one choice.
Yeah.
It's insane how out of 600 people I'm most beat down on Friday night. Yeah. So Nick Chubb went off. Deontay Johnson had a good game. Amari Cooper went nuts. He also had Cordell Patterson. I mean, dude, that little like Falcons duo in his flex spots of London and Patterson is kind of sexy.
Yeah.
We were talking about this off air before we got on here. Like Falcons offense kind of nice. It's kind of fucking nice with Mariota.
Honestly, because it's one of those teams where like if they're like they come out ahead, like it's good, but most of the time you can just expect them to come back into a game and just get garbage time points, man. They're gonna get you that those count. That's fancy points.
They're condensed offense too, Like they're starting to be now that the running backs are injured. It's just like London, Cordell, Pitts. Mostly not Pitts, but like London, Cordell.
Hey, Pitts,
It's a beautiful
coming,
thing,
coming alive.
It's a little wishy-washy, but
I think Mariota actually looks pretty good too.
He's got to be sitting that like pretty high up in fantasy rankings.
These
I feel like,
interceptions
right?
are kind of gross, but yeah.
Marcus Mariota is the QB 13 right now in the year.
It's pretty solid.
It's not bad.
Yeah. His passing yards is shit, but I mean, he's rushed for 2 touchdowns,
Yeah.
almost 100 yards on the ground. So
You think Ritter comes in anytime this season?
no.
not if Mariota's playing like this, no.
Yeah.
He keeps throwing those terrible interceptions at the end of the game. Though he did it back-to-back weeks.
Yeah. I
Like,
mean,
those are game-losing interceptions, but then the other team threw a game-losing interception, so it's okay. But like,
that's just the Falcons.
I think it'd be different.
the one that-
Whoever
next week
throws
was
the
the
last
first
game
time.
interception loses the game.
I think it'd be different if Ritter had like more draft capital behind his name.
Yeah.
I don't think they're expecting anything from Ritter, so
Yeah.
there's no reason to move off of Mariota.
I mean, we could see, like it's Mariota, so we could see like an abysmal like 3 to 4 game stretch. We're like, okay, that's the Mariota we kind of expected going into the year. But right now, like Drake London, just another one of those rookie wide receivers that you're like sick. Like it was a good fantasy pick. If you got him in like the 8th, 9th round, he's going to give you like really solid wide receiver 2 numbers week in and week out. And Cordell Patterson, man. Like I keep saying, I don't know why they keep trying to force these other shitty backs in. If they're healthy, they're going to play him. But like if Damien Williams is out, Cordell is, I guess, an RB1 again, dude.
Is
Looks so good.
Algier getting any work?
He got like 10 carries
He
last
has-
week, and
he has
people got
6
like,
carries.
people got like fake excited about him, but
Yeah.
he has no upside. He just doesn't make plays.
Yeah.
Fraud. Just kidding.
We love you, Tyler.
Yeah, so my matchup was not good. I don't feel good about it, and I don't feel good about my team. I feel like no one actually likes their team in the fucking bash, though. I saw someone try
There's
to
got to
sell
be
their
someone
team.
out there.
One guy.
Someone's
someone's
3-0
3-0 right now. Yeah, I love my team.
Someone's 3-0 and tried to sell their team, or is trying to sell their team in the.
I saw someone that was like finally lost. Anybody want to buy? Like, dude, I'm 2-1 now. I'm ready to sell.
I'm 2-1.
I'm ready to fucking sell. Sell pass.
I'm not
That's
ready
it.
to sell yet.
Speaking about wanting to sell teams, I pull up minor sexies. We need to get out of this shit.
Not allowed to sell, but
Yeah,
if
am I
anybody
allowed to?
really wants to buy it, hit me up. DM me.
We could work
If
something
anyone,
out.
if anyone wants to get into the bash, people are selling teams. One, I would hop into the Discord. There's a channel that says Sell Pass, and you could buy in. People are like dropping their teams and shit. If you go to bigdogbash.com, it has all of the scorings right now. It has the weekly leaderboard. It has the overall bash leaderboard, and it also has like leagues. So if someone's like, hey, I'm selling my pass in League 22, I'm team 4 or whatever, you can go and just look at their entire roster right now. It's sitting there, so you can decide whether or not you want to buy in, and we can help you out in Discord if you do want to end up.
Yeah,
buying
make a
in.
ticket.
Yeah. So
Make a ticket.
Make a ticket.
look at this sorry ass lineup. This team's got no heart. I've been saying it since day one. I drafted him, took one look at him, and it was like, I'm doomed. I don't know how I got here, but Alvin Kamara stinks. Fucking Justin Herbert's hurt,
Did you
which
take
doesn't help with the Mike Williams stack. Did I take what?
Herbert 2?
Yeah,
Right, you're the
Second
one-
overall, yeah.
Who went first in yours? Josh Allen?
Josh Allen.
Okay.
And when Josh Allen, then I took Herbert. And then in the back, went with a Kamara, Javonte Williams, little running back stack, which I regret. Any running back you take, I regret, except for Jeff Wilson. Jeff Wilson's been a fucking. He's been cool.
It's insane.
Literally fumbled the ball last
There's
night.
like, because in your entire
Fantasy-wise.
matchup, you have one player that scored over 15 points, Josh Allen.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't.
Speak-
My opponent didn't have a
speak for
bad
yourself.
week.
Matt
but, like,
Ryan.
Yeah, I mean, like they were in the 15 mark,
Yeah.
but like no one else. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's gross.
Dallas Goddard was on track to have a nice day until he left.
What
was
was?
another-
Is he okay?
I don't know. It was just
We
weird.
didn't even hear any news about it. He was just
Yeah,
gone.
they were just playing a different tight end.
It's so random.
You got benched in the game.
Could have been benched. Yeah, could be it.
Yeah, I got no depth. I got no starters. I got no heart on my team, dude. Someone buy this shit from me.
I don't know. I still kind of like your team.
Dude,
Way
Michael
more than I like
Carter,
mine.
It's a long season. They could bounce back. They're not going to because they have no fucking heart, but they could, hypothetically. On paper.
Michael Carter. I just said Goddard hurt his shin, I believe. So
His
something
shin.
something to keep an eye on.
Man, you had to leave the game because of a hurt shin.
Michael Carter, man, I've really like propped up that 18.5 yard thing in like 7 videos in a row last week. He catches
Receiving
one ball
yards?
for 7 yards. Yeah.
Ah, shit.
Dude,
Brees Hall caught another like 9 balls. It's insane.
Brees Hall taken over already.
I mean, Michael
Yeah,
Carter's
snap share down to 49% for Carter.
yeah, I think this was the first time that Hall played more snaps. He's getting so many targets, which is weird because I still think Carter's a better pass catching back, and Brees Hall is getting fewer carries on the ground.
Yeah. Doesn't have to make sense though. Is the fucking thing about it.
Yeah, Brees Hall had 11 targets.
BigDogBash.com. Yeah, dude, it's getting out of control. But
You know what the worst part about my matchup was is we were on this podcast last week and you were kind of hyping up my team. I was down on it and you were like, it's not that bad. And I started to believe you. But this is exactly what I thought was going to happen.
well, when Justin Herbert, like the Justin Herbert thing fucked us.
Yeah.
Herbert, Mike Williams stack was dead. Can we tell Mike Williams had a touchdown and then just didn't catch another fucking ball for the rest of the game?
he fucking went
Insanity.
home. And then
Alvin Kamara 6 points. Like that's a tragedy.
also Jimmy G does not help anyone. Jimmy G helps opposing defenses
Helps-
and
I
no
mean,
one
Ayuk
else.
definitely helped.
Yeah, what do you mean? Ayuk had a touchdown.
I mean, he had one good. I feel like that all came in one drive.
As terrible as Jimmy G was in that game, I still think for like fantasy purposes, like the wide receivers, like they'll be okay. Everyone in 49ers are gonna be okay.
Jimmy G's going to get all of his weapons killed. He almost did it to Debo last week. He's done it to George Kittle in the past.
Yeah, it's kind of
Like,
crazy how like every time Jimmy G plays, you like realize like how just like not good he is.
He's so bad.
When
He's
he walked
somehow
out the
only
back of the
got
end
worse.
zone, I was just
Did you see Dan
Yeah.
Orlovsky's tweet?
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
like, finally
Freedom.
freedom. That was pretty.
I was so
funny.
depressed last night.
It's awesome
dude.
that it was Jimmy G too, because he was like he's a good candidate for that.
It would
Yeah,
have been even better if it was Russ.
no.
No.
Oh,
wouldn't
that
have
would have
been
been
as good.
electric if it was Russ.
Wouldn't have been as good.
It would have been funny based on how this season has started for Russ and the
Yeah.
Broncos, but like
For-
career wise,
yeah,
looking
for
at it, like that's
history-
such a Jimmy G boneheaded play, dude.
It's incredible.
Hate that man.
Brees Hall
Hate
can
that I'm married
catch
to that
too.
man.
I think week 4 is a week. Yeah, like Brees is one of the better buy low targets in all of fantasy right now for sure. Mixon looks so washed. I mean, Mixon has never really been a good runner. He needs a ton of volume. Doesn't catch a lot of passes. He's just supposed to be in a good fucking offense, but
I think the Bengals are getting kind of predictable. Like I think last year nobody was really expecting the Bengals to do much, and now that we've had like a full season of seeing what they do, I think it's just teams can just tell what they're gonna do. They know when they're going to throw it. They
a
know when they're going to run it.
I think they should just run a fucking full spread offense and throw the ball 70% of the time.
Yeah, they could do that too.
Just say fuck Joe Mixon.
I mean,
Mike Williams can't do anything against defense because he can't run routes. Like, it's just a terrible take.
And
Really, all Herbert has to do is throw the ball in his vicinity.
Like, did you watch Week 2's game? Yeah. Like, he doesn't need to separate. Just throw him the fucking ball. No one thinks he's like a separation specialist.
yeah, he's a possession guy. He's just gonna catch the ball wherever he is. That's it. He's not gonna run after the catch. He's just gonna fall on his back and his neck and catch the ball.
Look like he's dead.
He's going to choke slam himself for a tug.
More important questions.
What?
It'll pop up on the screen in a second.
Oh shit! Nah, don't do that shit.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Oh fuck you! I've been throwing up the most egregious comments, dude. I swear to God.
That was me.
Oh, that was you. Yeah, fuck.
Say
both
to
you
his
guys.
face.
Yeah, coward.
Fuck you, Ike.
So, no.
No,
All right.
she fucking
Damn.
blocked me after that. What were we expecting?
Dub.
You think that's how you get
Thoughts
back with your
on
ex?
London. It's not that great of a city, I guess.
We actually just talked about London. He's a GOAT. Great rookie wide receiver 2 numbers for the rest of the season. Keep him in your lineup. Don't take him out.
Yeah, I just think it's just a lot of upside there. Straight upside.
I think it's safety. I think it's upside. I think he's just fucking an absolute smash hit by the Atlanta Falcons doing what we do best.
All right, Ike, let's get this over with.
Yep.
Ramondre Stevenson season.
Save the best for last.
Well, on the bright side, I scored 100 points. Finally hit that mark.
Big milestone for
First
you.
time all year. Probably
Really?
the last time, too.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Jeez.
You should
My
probably,
team is a
uh,
complete mess. I feel like there's not a single player on my team where I can confidently say, like, yeah, they're going to score points this week. No, but not even Christian McCaffrey. Nobody's going to score points every week on a week-to-week basis.
I feel like Devin Singletary. I think you made a few and this is not even hindsight looking. I think you made some terrible sit start decisions here.
Well, I asked you guys last week, and you said this is what you said.
Well, things change.
Well, I figured Jerry Jeudy would be out, but we can't be playing dudes that are clearly fucking hurt. Like Gabriel Davis, Jerry Jeudy was supposed to be out, and all of a sudden he's like, yeah, he's gonna be active. Like, how many snaps did he fucking play? Like 20% of the fucking snaps. He stinks.
Yeah, Judy?
Yeah.
I feel like he played quite a bit more than that.
Also, there's not a chance in hell I told you to start Mariota over
59%.
T-Law.
Not
Not that it would have really made a difference. No, you would have still lost even with T-Law in your lineup. But
I think Singletary should be a pretty big staple in this
Yeah.
lineup, or at least in your
I
flex
mean, he
spot.
put up 9 receptions. I didn't expect that.
Yeah,
like,
they were
throw the
blitzing
ball.
the fuck out of.
Well,
Allen. He just kept
the
dumping
first
off.
2 weeks, he had 2 receptions, 7.2 fantasy points, 3.1 fantasy points. I don't know. I didn't expect him to have this insane receiving game.
Yeah, Judy right now feels like someone I need to see it from before I put him back in my lineup.
He's in a
Think
tough
so?
spot right now with Javonte Williams and shit. Like, who is he going to take out, really?
Judy,
Other than Judy, yeah.
Yeah. That's all you got to do.
you could just take out Mike Gesicki. Just don't even start a tight end.
Yeah.
Like, at least that way, when you lose, it'll be like, well, I was down a tight end,
That's
rather
true.
than
It's actually
like,
smart.
yeah.
Not to do that.
And then when if you win a game, you could be like, yo, I beat you without a tight end.
That's a lot better.
It's a respect thing.
Yeah, this is gross. I don't know
yeah.
what you're going to do to fix this.
I do Michael Gallup on my bench, so I'm kind of hoping he looks good.
I feel like your team is gonna bounce back. Like, as bad as they've been, I'm not actually out on a lot of these guys. Obviously, you have the cool trio of running back. Kamara might stink. Wait, do you have Kamara?
No.
What are you
McCaffrey,
looking
Eckler, and Javonte.
Javonte, that's what it was. Yeah. I mean, would any of us be surprised if McCaffrey and Eckler all of a sudden turn shit on and become
No,
you know,
not at all.
exactly?
But I don't know if it's gonna happen. I think
It may
is.
not, but
I wonder about
I still
Eckler.
kind of like Elijah Moore.
You'll probably have a couple weeks of 160 points, but overall, who knows if your fucking team makes it out alive.
yeah, I think
Yeah.
you probably you're in too much of a hole already to be
Yeah.
able to get out of.
I mean, even if I go
it's a
undefeated
short-
the rest
it's
of
a
the way, I'm not gonna make top 2.
it's only 12-week season, so it's too short for you to you got to start ripping off wins now.
Immediately.
and that's
Dude,
not happening.
get wins.
Yeah,
Just get
I
wins.
just don't feel like it.
Everybody else can do it. I don't know
Not
why you
this
can't.
week.
Also, Adam Thielen, kind of feeling. I think it
Okay,
might be.
Ike wanted everyone to know that he is while sexual is 0-3, we have evened out the sides of winning with Ike at 3-0.
Let's go, Ike.
is in first place in his
I think you
league?
have to be.
No,
He's not.
No.
Wow.
All right.
So I feel like he just had 3 easy ass matchups
Yeah,
that he
definitely.
all just won. Like
Probably scored less
I
points.
don't
than
know,
the
dude.
rest.
His team looks pretty fucking good. Your quarterbacks are going to be your downfall. Like shit is going to start hitting the fan with them soon.
he's
I feel
also
like.
showing us an opponent who threw up 83. This is what I'm talking
83,
about.
like I wish
I
got
think
to
his
play against those
120 would have
opponents.
beat all of our scores though. Listen,
Ike,
at
I'm
this
not
point,
impressed, Ike.
It's a 12-week season. You just got to win.
That's
You
true.
just got
Just
to
win.
win. It ain't
Also,
about fucking
like
points.
Ike's team didn't do as well as it probably should have. Like Tyreek Hill with 4 points isn't really
Yeah.
going to
League is
happen a
like, yeah, I
lot.
don't see it.
Jonathan Taylor's going to turn it on. He's not going to be getting 10 points every week.
He's also got the GOAT, Jeff Wilson, on the bench.
Damn.
I
That's how
mean-
you know you're stacked, actually, when you can afford to sit Jeff Wilson.
Yeah,
The Ike's team is looking pretty crispy right now. Coward. Get it off
Yeah.
our fucking screen.
I like it.
Get off our damn screen.
I
Can't believe
actually
you
like
spent
it.
the time to make that. It's ridiculous.
Ike's team is a fraud. Ike wishes he had my team.
Ike's just in the back screaming about the Giants right now. Fucking Richie James, Daniel Bellinger. What the fuck? Anybody
How many big, good
anybody want to
questions?
die? My team's making me want to die. 49ers make me want to die.
It's not a team thing.
I feel all right. Oh, I'm going to congratulate someone here real quick.
Me for being 3-0 anytime. Good.
No, someone in my league at the beginning of the season. Now we're in a rare league, so I get to do cool shit. I told them whoever goes 3-0, it's a hat trick. I'm gonna get you a BDGE hat. And one person,
Only one. Wow.
only one, because that's how competitive my league is. So congratulations, big shout out to who the fuck was it? Swiftly chasing more AJs. Game name 21. Congrats, 3-0. You get yourself a hat. Make sure you
Nice.
reach out to me in our Discord channel.
Oh, I gotta send or beat me. I'm giving away some of my NFT collection to the people that beat me as well. This is the first guy who did it. I'm giving a CryptoPunk away. It's only worth 44.5 ETH right now. So I would definitely buy in your league one. You just want to win Bored Apes and CryptoPunks on the weekly.
Yeah, on a similar note, I'm buying people who beat me Dons. Very hard cap on how much Dons I will buy you, but it seems like I'm going to be giving out a lot of McDoubles.
We hit
and
Dons
Big
this
Macs.
weekend.
We did.
I'm gonna be honest, like once we left the venue, I don't really like remember what ensued.
Dude, based on our conversations, I feel like I'm the only guy who remembered what happened that night.
So I remember us leaving and there was a halal cart like right next to us.
That Dalton raided.
Dalton got like 4 fucking gyros for us. I really remember like me being mad that he bought those for some reason.
You were pissed.
Why?
I don't know. I was like, dope, this is what I needed.
Dope. Yeah, I'm so sure he handed me a gyro and I just threw it in the trash.
Yeah, no, he bought 4, handed one to you. You like were so mad. You were like, bro, you like walked half a block with it, just pissed. And then ended up like spiking it. Harrison like fucking spiked his. I'm like,
And he was just following suit. We were all like, fuck this.
I already ate half mine, but because you guys spiked yours, I'm like, I gotta spike mine. So
And then we immediately walked across the street to Don's. No,
yeah, and then we got Don's, and we almost got kicked out of there because we were screaming about
Sure.
tomahawks.
Tomahawk. Oh,
Yeah.
well, we went.
You were in the Tomahawk Dons.
We went to the Don's where that viral video
Yeah.
went. I was right across the street from where we were out that night. So we were in there, and then we were just yelling at Harrison while he was online. We're like, fraud, fraud, and he was like, fraud, fraud. He was yelling it from like across
Legit,
the whole
dude. And then a security guard came up to us. And was
security?
yeah,
See, I don't remember this. I don't remember this at all.
Dude,
Well, it is the
a
Dons just got
Don's
hit-
right. A
raided,
Don
so-
security guard came up to us. So me, you, and Dalton are like off to the side. Harrison's in line. The security guard's like, "Is that guy with you?" And you're like, "No." Just so immediate and just like no hesitation. You're like, "No," and I'm like, "All right." Like I guess he's not.
Follow Nick's lead. He knows what he's doing right now. Little did you know, I don't remember doing that.
Yeah. And then of course Dalton's like, "Damn, we went to Don's last night."
Dude, we were about to go to an after party because Harrison knew the manager of the band. We went to go see a concert on Saturday night. Well, turned out like kind of awesome. Like I had a lot of fun at that concert. Good band. I don't remember their name of the band, but
I don't know. Yeah.
it was fun. And we were about to go to the after party, and then I think like Dalton started yelling a bunch of reckless shit, and we're like, we can't go to a party right now. We're gonna cause so much fucking problems. It's a legendary night. Legendary.
Sounds good. Sounds like it was a good night.
It
Did you
was
go,
horrible.
Sexy?
Did not.
Yeah, no, you didn't.
Felt horrible the next day though. All of yesterday.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
didn't leave my couch.
that's
You
the
guys here
price
for
you
the
pay.
games?
What?
You guys come here for the games?
Yeah.
You
No.
did? I know you did.
yeah.
Yeah, it was terrible. I didn't leave my couch. I took like 4 naps.
Sounds like fun.
Be like that sometimes.
Be like that. I'm not drinking again. It's 2 weekends in a row that I'm
Bullshit.
fucking up my Sundays.
Yeah, I'm not drinking until
You're
October.
such a liar.
I'm not
You're
drinking
going to a
until
wedding this weekend, aren't you?
No, it was this weekend.
I thought you had a third one.
No, it's in October.
Oh,
That's when I drink again.
I see.
wait. There's one thing coming up. Oh, I'm going to Georgia. All right. Well, that's one that I have to do that.
Yeah.
I'll be there for the weekend for the Georgia game, and then we got the tailgate. Actually, the next weekend.
Week
is the
6, I'll
tailgate.
drink too. Yeah.
All right, so week 5, week 6.
Oh shit.
My
no.
bye week is week 4.
Wait, is that the
week
same?
4 is a bye week.
There's
for me.
really
Oh,
never.
I
a
think
good
that's the
time to
same
just
weekend
not
as the
drink.
wedding, but it's like a different. It's not. Just gonna get
Yeah.
destroyed that whole weekend.
Friday, Sunday.
Yeah, it's gonna be a bad weekend for me.
That's tough scene.
Would you give up more in ETN for Gabe Davis, Carter? Which more?
Give
Elijah Moore?
Either way,
DJ Moore?
yes. No matter what more it is, I'm taking.
Yeah, I think I mean, having a Bills player is like upside at this point. Just like they could fucking go off at any moment.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Is like at this point, it's almost like you're looking at these trades, and it's like, is anyone in the trade startable? It's like, just give me the one guy who I could actually put into my line, and that's
Yeah.
Gabe Davis in this situation.
Yes. Even Carter's like not. He's losing work, but still
Carter and ETN might be like the same thing, though.
exactly. So it's like Gabe Davis or more,
Right.
and please say Gabe Davis.
We're on the go. See you in Athens. Yeah, so I'll be there for the Georgia Auburn game, whenever that is, October 12th or some shit. I was like debating posting that on like TikTok when I pulled up, but I feel like when I go there, I feel like there's gonna be too many people on TikTok that are probably at that game. That's like a college tailgate,
Yeah. It's crazy that you didn't invite him, buddy.
I did.
No, you didn't.
Just none of you guys invited my friends.
I don't think I'd fucking buy tickets right now and then not go.
Oh, animal.
And Mari Cooper is high. Are you looking at?
No, he's a
Didn't seem like a question. It seemed like a statement.
Amari Cooper is so high. No, I don't think he is.
What is this question?
I don't think he is. I think he's
That was a question.
you want to hold on to him. He's clearly the number one. That he's going to be getting a ton of targets.
Jeffrey
Yeah.
Dahmer.
It's a good
Second
comp.
team reminds me of Jeffrey Dahmer.
No,
Who even
it's
is that?
It's a good athletic
You
comp.
don't know
for
who that
sure.
is?
No.
You don't know who Jeffrey
Oh,
Dahmer
my
is?
God.
NFL
dude.
legend. He holds like records for like kick returns and shit.
Yeah.
I feel like he was like a serial killer or something.
Yeah, that too. Just
Been
not
on
the
the
NFL
side.
part.
Yeah.
Everything about the NFL was a lie. He was a murderous, sick fuck. He used to eat people.
Oh,
They just
yeah.
dropped a documentary, or not a documentary, like a Evan Peters is like the main character. He's playing Jeffrey Dahmer. He looks exactly fucking like
It's got to
him.
be such like a uncomfortable like role to play where it's like you look like him now too. So it's just
But Jay Doms is good looking.
Are you
too.
saying that I could?
Yeah.
I could play Jeffrey Dahmer in a movie.
I think it's more of like your energy.
Oh.
Like
I'll
the way you
take
just
it.
looked at me was very domination.
yeah,
Like
I would eat your nose.
I would.
it was, dude. I can't even get through like 1 or 2 episodes of it though. It's like kind of brutal.
I haven't watched any of it. Yeah,
Yeah, I really wouldn't suggest it.
I used to do a lot of serial killer stuff. Watching serial killer. I used to watch a lot of serial killer.
Hold
stuff.
up, real quick.
Yeah.
Just restart.
Yeah. Came out really weird. No, like when I was younger, I was really into that FBI profiling. I used to study like John Wayne Gacy, Jeffrey Dahmer, BTK killer, like all those guys. And I got like too into it. I had like pictures on my wall, like I was actually like they were already caught, and I was just like had like the pin board up with like all the fucking pictures and shit. Like
You were trying to solve the case.
that was already
You
solved
like
for
wiped
20
it
years.
clean.
Yeah.
You were like, I'll see if I can solve it
Yeah.
from the start.
Yeah. They made him miss something.
That'd be incredible if we walked into the fucking dungeon one day. You just got like fucking boards everywhere. Oh, okay. How much fab should you spend on Khalil Herbert?
I don't think that much. I mean, I don't think David Montgomery's a long-term injury.
He was a trade candidate though.
They're not going to trade him at this point.
I'm not trading Demon. No way.
It might after Khalil Herbert.
I think
just
they
did what he
know.
did.
Bro, they know that their running backs need to combine for like fucking 35 touches a game going forward.
Yeah, so they can win 4 games this year.
I would drop a pretty fucking penny on Khalil Herbert. He's gonna have another bunch of really good games. I don't know how it's gonna happen. He's either gonna take more of the workload or just sorry, some of the comments on Jeffrey Dahmer really making me lose my focus. Yeah, I honestly I'd probably drop like 20 to 25.
I would too.
That's
Surprised
way
he's
more
even
than I thought.
available. Should have been
I want
rushed
him on my
already.
team bad. I want
Yeah.
Jeffrey Dahmer on my team bad.
You know, Jeffrey Dahmer was a good-looking dude, and he could have. He would go to like clubs and pick up women or men.
I think you're
And-
thinking of Ted Bundy.
Mostly men. No, you're right.
Maybe Ted Bundy too.
I think that was Ted Bundy's thing.
No, Jay
But
Doms.
pretty
did
sure
it.
they both did it.
The
but-
first episode of this thing was just like all him going to clubs and like picking up
Yeah.
dudes.
and like they would just go home with them. I don't know. Maybe Ted Bundy's the one where instead of like having sex with them while they were alive, he would kill them first and then fuck them. But they were willing to fuck him alive, and he was like, "Nah." I
The
don't wanna do
Netflix
that.
documentary on Ted Bundy was awesome.
Yeah.
That was good. Yeah, the Jeffrey Dahmer ones have always been terrible. I don't know why. Like he needs more respect.
Is
Sexy.
Olave a must start? Yes.
Yeah,
You
I
can
think
stop
so.
asking the question. Yes, he is.
IR is 4 weeks now. IR is 3 weeks, I believe.
All right, what else we got?
Speak, peasants.
The fucking Dahmer serial killer shit just went off the
Yeah, it
rails.
really
Now,
threw everything off now. So now I just want to like,
I'm just thinking about how I can be Jeffrey Dahmer.
well, that's not a good
You
idea.
just keep doing you, bro. Just keep being yourself.
Yeah,
It'll come.
that's all I need to do.
Dahmer, I hardly know her. All right, yeah, let's wrap it
get
up.
the fuck out of here.
That's an hour. I hope y'all enjoyed. I guess.
Anything for any Monday Night Football? Anything maybe?
Prize
Here?
picks? Yes.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
I still like Noah Brown. I didn't realize that Michael Gallup was going to be back, but
I don't know if we've confirmed that though. I think he's questionable and people are expecting him to play, but I don't know if he's playing.
all right. Go on Prize Picks, use promo code BDG, and lock up Noah Brown fantasy points more. The line's only at 8. This is full point PPR too, right? So any touchdown from Noah Brown, he hits it. Gets a few catches, he hits it. He's been getting deep targets, Cooper Rush, he's whatever. The important part is Cooper Rush likes Noah Brown. So that means I like Noah Brown.
I like Saquon.
22.5 receiving yards.
Yes, exactly what I'm looking at. Just because he hit it week 1, week 2 he was close, but I think this is like a division game. Dallas, like they want to get Saquon involved. He's going to bust something out at one point. Give me that 22.5 more. I
Who
like
else is
that.
inactive for fucking the Giants? I'm telling you, there's like minimum 2 players that were kind of key pieces that I feel like Saquon's going to take over most of their work.
Richie James has got like a nice line too here. It's 33.5.
He's hit that like every game.
Exactly. Yeah.
Kind of like
it's very
I
like
feel
is
like
that-
one of these days though, Richie James is just going to go MIA for the
sure.
rest of the season.
he's a good
but like you got to take advantage of him while he's there.
right attitude.
Oh, fuck, dude. Okay. Y'all really convinced me on
Fuck,
Richie
dude.
James.
You got me.
I might hit him all.
You're going to
these-
make
I
me
might go
feel
with
Richie.
I also. Anyone else have one? Because I got another one I kind of like.
Throw it
here.
out.
The Ezekiel Elliott receiving yards less, 10.5.
Really?
It -4 and -3 and then 3. Like he just hasn't even come close to this since
That's
last
fair.
season.
That's
And
fair.
Cooper Rush throwing with like Tony Pollard's getting the receptions.
Are you going yards or receptions though? Is reception line
10.5 receiving yards.
No, I know 10. I know it is. I'm saying you like the yards more than the reception line.
I don't even know what I don't even
The
give
reception line is 2.
Yeah, give me the
I'm going Richie James
10.5 less.
3 receptions over Saquon 22.5 receiving yards over. I think I got to pick a Cowboy as well. Someone give me something for the boys.
I just said Noah Brown.
Yeah, I don't want to do Noah Brown though.
Motherfucker. Dude.
All right, I'm gonna do $50 to win 250.
Who do you like on the Cowboys?
I can't even log in my fucking account.
Bro,
Wow,
you got to
bro.
move out of Canada.
I don't even know what my fucking password is.
Dude,
anymore.
Noah Brown just gets numbers. I don't know why we're fading him.
What do you like about Noah Brown? Like what numbers?
I'm going with fantasy points, which is only at 8 in a full point PPR settings. But even like anything about Noah Brown, I really like. His receptions was only at 3. His yardage, I feel like, was only at 30, 37.5. The first 2 weeks, he's been crushing this. And I don't know why it would change.
Cowboys wide receiver Mike Gallup is also expected to be inactive tonight.
There we go.
Bang.
Noah Brown season.
Oh, that yeah, him and Schultz are both out, which is why I feel like Zeke could catch a couple balls, but it is what it be.
Kind of like
really
Daniel
Schultz is up
Jones
too?
under 196 pass yards.
I hate that. Only
That's
because
why
that's
it's so good.
it's such I hate.
All right, we'll do Noah Brown over 8.
There we go. Thank you.
Yeah, I
Welcome
like
to the
that now.
welcome to the club.
Yeah, I like that now.
I didn't know.
I feel like all we're just fading Tony No Dimes for no fucking reason.
Well, it's not no reason. I just didn't know. I didn't know Pollard. Not Pollard.
This was a Noah Brown thing, not a
Schultz.
Tony Dimes thing.
Put Daniel Jones under 196.
I already put mine slip in. You were too slow. You were like, I can't get on my account. What do you want me to do?
You're gonna regret that. He's gonna go under. Cowboys defense has been electric. He's never gone over 200 this season.
Has it been that electric though?
It kind of has. It's been low key underrated.
It's been low key, high key, overly underrated.
This Ike screen we got right here. Ike, put Daniel Jones under. I know you love that guy.
I took a Daniel Jones interception.
No, I think what we have on the board right now is the play. Saquon more, James, more, Brown, more.
That's how we know we're losing. Oh, we
I don't know
only
about
pick
that
Moore's.
Richie James receptions. I've ever have his probably fantasy points, but
He's
still.
a slot guy. He just racks up
Yeah.
the numbers like that. If
All right.
if you're new to Prize Picks, use promo code BDGE first time on the site. They're gonna match you whatever you deposit 100%. So if you put down 20, they'll give you 40 to play with. Put down 40, 80, 50, up to $100. All right. Let's go make that fucking revenue. Got Monday Night Football, a horrible game. It can't be worse than last night's game, right?
Can't.
I don't want
Dude,
to talk about
it's
last
not.
night's game.
Unless
It's out of my mind.
Cooper Rush, Daniel Jones.
I had invested interest in one of those teams, and it was fucking horrible.
Yeah, it's tough. Tough scene.
Yeah, I was screaming.
You guys should come over to the dark side.
What the fucking? What does that mean?
What do you mean?
Falcons?
Yeah.
Fuck the Falcons.
Dude, we're so sick.
Wait,
So
Gallup's.
sick.
You said Gallup's not playing because his line is still on Prize Picks.
Take the less. Take the less.
It's not
Just
how it
voids
works.
it.
They're just
Yeah.
avoid it.
Oh.
No.
Yeah, no, that was a report 22 minutes ago from someone with a blue check. As long as it wasn't Jack, then we're good. All right. We love y'all. See you tomorrow. You guys are doing a betting video tonight.
I don't know yet what we're doing.
We're all over.
All right.
the
So
fucking map.
they're 2 weeks in. They're not doing
Well,
the
it's
content they
usually
were
a
supposed to do.
recap, so it wouldn't be like a.
Okay. Week 2 waiver wire tomorrow. What else is tomorrow? I don't know. Whatever. We put up a lot of videos.
We'll be back.
Rest assured, we'll be back eventually.